right, a Thoughtseize to start the game. That's a good start for Herman off the Watery Grave. Double Ancient Tomb, Arid Mesa, Goblin Engineer, Karn, the Great Creator, Pyroblast, and Lion's Eye Diamond. Goblin Engineer looks like will be selected.
Sure. 19.
Tamio.
Take 0.
Trigger.
Yep.
Talked about this a couple of times on stream before, but if you want to watch a player who plays really tight, all right, Thoughtseize number 2 takes Karn, the Great Creator. The new card in hand, I believe, is a basic Mountain. Wasteland fired off. Great start to this game for Herman. I was going to say, if you want to watch a player that plays really tight and you're a follower of the 90s MTG channel, keep an eye out for Herman's matches. Herman just consistently plays well, and yeah, it's a treat to watch Herman play. Looks like Herman's holding a Reanimate in hand, a Psychic Frog, firing off a Brainstorm now. There's an opportunity to Pyroblast it, but we're going to skip that.
Yeah. Easily. Sure.
Go ahead.
Herman also, you know, we're watching a deck right now that isn't so popular in Legacy at the moment. There's a Nether Goyf. Death Shadow not so popular in Legacy at the moment. But Herman will adjust the 75 and make innovations to attack the metagame, and always has like some spicy card or like a weird build of some kind that I'm just consistently impressed with Herman's innovations. All right, here's Grindstone.
Go ahead. Meticulous. Archie.
So one half of the Painter Grindstone combo is on the board now. Nethergoyf has 3 power according to the die.
Give me up.
You're good.
Trigger.
Yep.
There's the Psychic Frog.
Okay.
Fetch and response. How many cards do you have? 4.
Fetch and response. Getting a basic. And I guess we're going to see Pyroblast on this frog. It's countered. That was a little risky given the possibility of days, I guess. But, all right, Nethergoyf will get in for some damage.
2 cards.
2 cards in hand for Herman. 4 power for this Nethergoyf. It's going to be hitting pretty hard.
I'm gonna.
Why Lion's Eye Diamond? Well, it's kind of scary. Adam could drop a Painter Servant and then Grindstone combo using the LED. Okay, Karn the Great Creator will resolve. Are we going to see hold priority, sack LED, and snaring bridge kind of a thing going on here? Taking a look at the sideboard now, not committed to the minus of Karn yet, I believe.
Yeah, so got you to use that field on the halfling, even though I had no legendaries in my hand.
Yeah, I mean it's
Nothing you can do.
I had
You
force
have
in
to go.
hand, so if you have Nadu.
Yeah, if I just jam Nadu, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna minus
Using a card.
full priority and crack this.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
Red.
Yep. 3 red. Yep.
Discard that.
Yep.
Okay, Goblin Welder gets discarded. Making the play I suggested, and Snaring Bridge is now on the board. So this Nethergoyf is shut down for now. Lion's Eye Diamond does its job, I guess. Karn with 3 loyalty, protected by Ensnaring Bridge. Herman is holding a... Alright, gonna waste that Ancient Tomb, that makes sense. Holding a Reanimate could bring back this Frog. Ah, going for Welder. I like that a lot. This is... You gotta know the plays, chat. Welder will be able to swap Ensnaring Bridge with a different artifact in Adam's Yard once it gets past Summoning Sickness. So this Goblin Welder will be really good for Herman. Mandra, thank you for the resale with Prime 12 months. That's a 1-year badge. Thank you. You did it. All right, taking a look at the sideboard again. No white mana to do the portable hole thing right now. I assume that's available in Adam's Yard, in Adam's sideboard still. What could be a way to prevent this welder from ruining Karn's day right now?
If you can get them.
Yeah.
But
Script.
so bad on its own.
Ah, Tormod's Crypt. Okay. That, I guess is a temporary fix to the problem.
Is this going to the graveyard before it's exiled or after?
So you sacrifice as part of
Yeah,
the cost.
not a
of
great
the
showcase
activation.
for Tammy,
So then
though.
it'll be in the graveyard already.
Okay.
And
it will get exiled.
Yeah, it'll get exiled with everything else.
Okay, so Tormod's Crypt will get exiled when it targets Adam's graveyard.
If you want, we can look up the Oracle texts just to make sure. Tormod's
Yeah.
Crypt.
What's the question?
Is sacrificing part of the cost of activating Tormod's Crypt. Yes.
Okay, they just confirmed the Oracle text. Tormod's Crypt does have a cost of sacrificing, so it will be in the graveyard.
I will play this and then I'll crypt myself.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying out some new tech.
Okay, so that worked, I guess. Tormod's Crypt was activated. There's nothing to weld now. Herman will have to put an artifact into Adam's graveyard, or one will have to end up there somehow, in order to use Welder to swap this Ensnaring Bridge out of play.
We'll cast Mockingbird and make it a copy of Goblin.
Okay, Mockingbird copying Goblin Welder. Okay. We're getting a little crazy now.
What am I looking at here?
Mockingbird and Shadow are pretty sweet.
Mesa,
As we were starting this match, I was talking about Herman always having some spicy card. Here's Mockingbird, and you can hear some onlookers saying Mockingbird and Shadow. Not something you would expect to see necessarily. Did the Welder have Summoning Sickness? It did, but it was going to unlock on Herman's turn. Right? All right, there's a Psychic Frog. Pass a turn. Adam does have to keep his hand empty. Karn will now... Well, it looks like we're thinking about minusing, but Karn only has 2 loyalty at the moment. Do Painter players ever start grindstoning without Painter? Yeah, sure, they do. They definitely do. Sometimes you'll see them grindstone themselves to give more stuff for Welder and Engineer to play with out of their own graveyard. All right, Carmel plus, and then pass the turn. You also get stuff like Phyrexian Dragon Engine into the graveyard sometimes, which is cool. But sometimes they just start milling their opponent. We haven't seen Adam do that yet in this game. With the Reanimate showing face up in Herman's yard, maybe there's a little bit of anxiety about dumping a Traxa into the yard or something. Or Archon of Cruelty or something nasty like that.
I'm gonna Swamp Cycle Troll, so I'm gonna grab...
I guess I'll minus.
Okay.
Okay, minusing Karn now. Playing the Tormod's Crypt, so some insurance against Goblin Welder. Playing a Simian Spirit Guide.
Can't believe they called this. That's crazy. Apparently, Vexing Bob also saw like no play.
So Mockingbird is a copy of Goblin Welder. It's kind of indicating that by stacking together. Adam does have to keep the hand empty. That could get difficult sometimes. All right, here's Goblin Welder.
Waste your
Plus
saga.
Karn, and
So you go.
pass the turn.
Karn plussing no targets. Just passing back and forth right now.
Sure.
Saga.
There's a Saga, okay.
Plus Karn. Pass the turn.
Move combat.
You're at 19.
I took 6.
Yeah, a few turns back when the Tormod's Crypt thing happened, Goblin Welder on Herman's side was summoning sick. When the Tormod's Crypt first appeared in this game. It was reanimated on Herman's prior turn. The turn right before that.
Just like this.
So the Welder had not yet unlocked, and there was no way to react to the Tormod's Crypt with Welder at that point. Wasteland on Urza Saga, not too bad. Urza Saga goes to the graveyard. It's not an artifact, so nothing for Welder to do there. If Herman can get an artifact into Adam's graveyard, that could be interesting. But now Adam has a Welder and just played an Imperial Recruiter and might find another one.
Take the nomads.
I think Herman's holding a copy of Days right now, though. I spotted that a few turns back. I don't know if it's still there.
We're deciding if we
Fortunately, some of our live viewers are about to head into an ad break. Not much I can do about it.
Triggering at 11. I go up to 22. Draw a card.
Yep.
You gotta become a sub, people. Skip the ads.
You have to say 2 responses. So you're 20.
Yes.
I'm gonna fetch the 2.
Searching now with this Imperial Recruiter.
You're good.
Figures are out.
Sure.
Prismatic ending enemy.
Sure.
All right, Painter's Servant is found. Is that going to be stuck in hand now? Might be.
Let's go to 19.
Is this going to work out? Jeffrey Snipe, thank you for the sub with Prime. 6 months. That's a new batch. Appreciate you.
11. Target my Archon.
I'll discard the 20.
At 11, and I go up to 14.
Into my hand.
Archon trigger.
I'll go to 7.
Minus Karn.
7. Draw a card. Play this Wasteland. Waste 20 or white source.
Okay, Painter is in hand. Minusing Karn. Is there like a Lotus Petal or something?
So 6. So you have 1 card and it's not.
Okay, there is a Lotus Petal. Okay, this could be a way to keep the hand clear. Lotus Petal now gets played. It's going to put an artifact in the trash, though, which... Oh, this is getting tricky. Fetching. I'm like getting anxious watching this, knowing that Herman has the 2 Welders and probably a Daze in hand. I kind of lost track of where that Daze ended up. And Adam only has the 1 Welder. The thing is... What's the thing? If Adam could survive, so to speak, a hit here, which he likely will, has some chump blockers. Okay, sacrificing that Lotus Petal. Here's Painter's Servant. Could set up a Grindstone combo on the following turn using his own Welder.
Because it was a proxy tournament,
Painter's
and
on the
I
stack.
registered a Thassaur, but the
And a
judge
fatal push.
Why, if you have great.
Okay, in response to Welder, Fatal Push in response to Painter, Fatal Push on Welder. This could be a huge Fatal Push for Herman.
These like really strong threats to just win the game immediately.
Will Karn survive the next turn cycle? I don't think so, based on how things look right now.
Past console, I still need to win this kind of thing.
Thinking about responding to this. Okay, there's. See. All right, Turmoil's Crypt getting activated. Welder getting activated now by Herman swapping Tormod's Crypt and Ensnaring Bridge with the Tormod's Crypt ability on the stack. So Tormod Crypt's ability is on the stack on top of Fatal Push. Goblin Welder now getting activated on Herman's side.
Well, his hands full.
It was swapping Bridge and Lotus Petal. Sorry. Now Adam's Welder could be activated here. And it looks like we're going to do that. Trying to put the bridge back in play.
The hand had the tech too, though. Now I've seen more.
Herman forcing all of this with that Fatal Push.
Maybe the tech's not as.
Not as techy.
It's not really for you
Welder and
necessarily.
do the same thing again.
Okay, second Welder, the Mockingbird, is getting activated. To put Ensnaring Bridge back into the graveyard before Tormod's Crypt ability resolves and before Fatal Push kills this Welder.
Now, Crypt activation.
Now Crypt.
Okay, Tormod's Crypt ability resolves. All those cards are exiled. Fatal Push resolves. Goblin Welder goes away. Painter Servant's still in the stack. It's going to get dazed here. Or it's going to get forced. Because the Lotus Petal's back on the board. All right, force pitching. It looked like daze. And Painter is countered. And that worked out very much to Herman's favor, it looks like. The Welder should be untapped. That was a wild stack. There was a lot going on there. I hope I talked everybody through it effectively. Watery Grave gets found. Herman drops down to 9. This is a shadow deck after all. We're trying to hurt ourselves a little bit here.
Sure. I have 4 lands.
Draw.
Get fucking owned.
Oops. Did you cut?
No. That's exactly why I kept the hand. I was like, Veil 5 lands sounds good if he's gonna Thoughtseize me on one.
That's a wild I guess it paid off.
Okay, giving Frog flying, exiling some lands from the yard.
About that, like I'm just hoping you don't have spells, so you know, it's
Your land. Your
Go
land.
to combat. Psychic Frog will go at Karn, and Nether Gorge will go at you.
Sure.
Okay, so a big hit here. Karn goes down. And 4 damage from the Netherglyph gets through. Herman will draw a card off Psychic Frog.
Hunter.
That's a sure.
Ooh, Brazen Bar. Looks like Death Shadow sitting on top of the library. Maybe a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Death Shadow on top.
I'm gonna grab a Surveil land, and this doesn't feel great, but I will attempt to push the non. Well, actually, let me see.
Okay, playing a Shadow, passing the turn. Adam needs a Painter off the top. Yeah, the Welders are a problem.
That's so awesome.
Although, wait, what artifacts are in Adam's yard right now? Is it just Painter Servant?
That's a wild key. I'll leave that on top, and
That's
then we'll attempt to push the Nadu. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
All right, just passing the turn.
Brainstorm.
Sure. What do you mean? What if I'm playing blue?
That's true. That'd
Go
be
ahead and
unfortunate.
Return Simian Spirit back to your hand.
Okay, Brazen Bar will go on an adventure after bouncing Simian Spirit Guide with Petty Theft. On an adventure token for Herman. Really good technique there. And attacking with the team, it looks like. The Mockingbird Goblin Welder does have flying.
Block Shadow.
Yeah,
Has it all. 14.
Yep.
I'll discard 2 cards in the front.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. You got it.
Second.
All right, game 1 goes to Herman. Nicely played.
I'm still in this game.
Yeah, that was
I'll keep it.
I have so many memories over the years of, I know Herman for a long time, of playing matches against Herman across multiple formats, and Herman will come out with some new card, and I'm always thinking, you sneaky. Always has some tricks up his sleeve. All right, Polluted Delta getting cracked here after a Goblin Welder, Watery Grave.
But the body here is quite relevant. Sigo.
Whenever there's a new card that people are like, maybe that'll be good in this format, Herman's the one trying it. All right, Thoughtseize. The hand is revealed. Painter, I believe Grindstone, Pyroblast, Karn the Great Creator, and Ancient Tomb. Looks like Dress Down, Psychic Frog, Brainstorm. Okay, Pyroblast selected. I was trying to call out some cards in Herman's hand. Didn't get to see them all. So Welder sticks around. Goblin Welder's online. It looks like Adam just drew a Swords to Plowshares, which could matter in this game. There's Painter.
The forces early and then the frogs to like go back up the cards and speed on them. This was what.
Okay, looks like we're looking for a color indicator. It's going to be blue. Just using a sleeve. Oh, God.
And it stops the halfling. It might not be worth it against you though. So
Crinky Doom coming in hot with a question, was Psychic Frog even tested for 1v1? They don't test the cards anymore for 1v1, everybody. They just don't even bother. They don't care about us.
yeah, it was kind of a bad beats loss, but you did get the.
Fatal Push is going to target the Painter. Painter down. Is it better to go off the Welder here? I mean, the Painter is scary. All right, there's Grindstone.
See, the Naga is scary.
And Step Brainstorm. A few years ago, when I first started hosting these streams, the end step brainstorms were unheard of, but now they happen quite a bit.
Yeah, you might
Definitely
be.
find a flower.
Yeah. In fact, yeah. If you just say, okay, so I guess they're both pretty much equally scary.
Sure.
And there's the Swamp Cycle. 2024 Legacy. We got a Swamp Cycle every freaking game.
Yeah.
What's worse, Surveil or Swamp Cycling? Oh, God.
I think if you had blocked there, I don't think I was bidding my hand. If you have Plow, it's just so devastating.
I'm this close to switching to Lorcana. I'm this close.
Just take my card draw and then, like, re-animate.
Tired of this crap.
Yeah, true. Maybe it was just already played out.
I don't know. Tough to say.
Bring back Rampage.
Thing going on, so I need to.
Yeah, that's true. Because if I do bid, because I don't know that you don't have. So if I bid my hand. But from my point, if, like, I'm feeling pretty good, and if I bid the entire hand.
Yeah, Chaos Defiler is one of the new cards from, it was in the Warhammer set, but one of the new cards from non-standard sets of the past couple of years that has been awesome for Legacy. Snuff Out getting fired off here. We don't see Snuff Out much recently because of the frog in Legacy, but Goblin Welder is going to do its thing. Maybe not. Thinking about it. AP asking when we get banding. Everybody knows that banding was a mistake.
Swapping.
All right, so Grindstone goes to the trash. Painter is back, naming blue. Welder dies. Here's a Psychic Frog.
It doesn't. It does, like, it is an alternate angle of attack.
Yeah.
It does have, like, the ability to.
Wits End yelling, name black.
Yeah, I don't think I can play this tomorrow or the NBA. Still the board.
the Gate Creator. That will resolve.
This is what you want to be doing. This is the guy.
Together.
Minusing Karn now. What are we looking for this time? Is it just going to be Ensnaring Bridge again? It looks like Adam has 2 cards in hand, so I'm not sure it'll be Ensnaring Bridge. Also can't play it this turn, unless there's a Lion's Eye Diamond available. But we already kind of passed that point.
What'd you play against?
I lost to a new
It's no longer a possibility.
Combo.
yeah.
Radstorm?
Breaks plane. Yeah. You got Radstorm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can overhear some conversation happening in the background about me losing to Radstorm again.
Is this an actual new deck?
In the bonus.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen it before.
Gotta get it on camera.
I mean, how many times do I have to lose to Radstorm before they ban that card?
When you Radstorm, what was the storm count again? It was like.
Oh, it was like 15. Yeah.
Oh, was it actually playing Radstorm? I thought you were just joking.
No.
Every time I.
Yeah, you can hear in the background the Radstorm's winning like crazy. Jacob, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate that.
Just in case, you know.
Play the tunnel.
Like a random thing.
How much energy did you have? Like 60? Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, did you see the new room?
Okay, Swords to Plowshares gets fired off. Psychic Frog is down. It's good news for Adam. Attacking with the Painter. Managed to get the Psychic Frog off the board. So Karn protected for now. Painter on blue.
Crucible of Worlds on one side and just Yogg Will on the other.
Yeah.
Like, that's gotta be.
Jacob says, happy to finally catch a stream. Jacob, are you one of our local friends?
Sure. That's just.
Welcome either way.
Like you're probably gonna get because like every time you mill 3, like you're gonna get like multiple points of damage. So it's like roughly works out to like just like a storm card.
The beans, man. All right, Jacob's in the chat.
Top of your deck.
I haven't seen that one.
We've seen Jacob play some beans on stream recently. Some really good matches, too. Here's another Psychic Frog. Very scary. Mockingbird copying the frog.
Like you still have to pay the cost.
Bloomborough has broken legacy, folks. Look at this.
What's the bail?
Minus.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
We're going back under. Back under the bridge.
All right, Herman, a little bit making a prediction here that we might be back under the bridge. Karn has minused, and Adam's looking through the sideboard. I don't think Pip-Boy 3000 is going to be the pick here.
He's gonna automatically fly.
Yeah, he always flies.
And he's still a 1-2.
Yep, he's still currently a
I don't think Junk Jet will be the pick this time.
Okay.
in terms of name, it's a sexy, exact same name.
Just gonna grindstone.
Yep.
Oh, going for Grindstone. Okay. Okay. There's Grindstone. Is this about to end? Okay, we pulled it off. Didn't play around snuff out that time. Going to game 3, Herman's on the play. 1 card on the bottom, it looks like. For both players. Both players a multi 6. Is there a Pip-Boy 3000 in this deck? You really never know. Getting a little tired of losing to Fallout cards all the time.
This thing is just fucking dumb. It's like
Urza Saga drops in. Grindstone. Okay. Nope, consigned to memory.
I can see this in 4 colors.
Let me see if this correctly. I'll fetch.
Not sure what happened here.
Then your fetch is fine.
It looks like Herman's trying to counter Grindstone on the stack. Okay, so So we are replicating consign. Okay. So maybe Herman. Okay. So 2 copies of consign to memory on the stack.
Yeah, so it's countered.
Grindstone is countered. Arid Mesa was also cracked.
And then
Psychic Frog, okay. Vinny says, what in the Jitte's Radstorm is going on with this format? Yeah, how many Radstorm decks are going to be in the Eternal Weekend top 8? Does anybody know? It's a big topic of discussion these days. Maybe like at least 4, right? All right, here's Painter's Servant. Naming blue.
Or like they draw a card.
Psychic Frog on the board. 2 cards in the graveyard currently, but we know Psychic Frog can add more. Psychic Frog will attack. It could be tempting to block. Or not very tempting, we'll see.
Yeah.
No blocks. Last year, Eternal Weekend, the surprise card was Triumph of St. Catherine. I don't know if all of you remember that. This year, I mean, I think it's dinosaurs on a spaceship time, folks. Thoughtseize targeting Adam. This is probably going to resolve. In response, Power Blast on the Psychic Frog. That will resolve. 3 lands. Swing and a miss. All right, Fatal Push knocks out Painter.
sure.
One of my favorite things is people like grinding MTGO for 2 months just to get crushed by an offline card. That's just the best. All right, Construct gets created. Urza Saga going to pop now. What are we looking for this time? Notice the proper Construct token, by the way. We didn't have that luxury on a previous match on today's stream. Yeah, last year it was like, what even was it? It was Delver, and then everybody was like, yeah, Delver mirrors all day, and then they just all got crushed by Triumph.
See reanimate, so I don't know.
It's just the best. All right, Soul Guy Lantern, Exile Psychic Frog. It could potentially get reanimated, so that makes a lot of sense.
Play one of the mini lands.
Swing for 2.
Just use me.
Right. Go ahead.
All right, the Construct does have Summoning Sickness. Herman is right. Going to untap. Looks like a Snuff Out Brainstorm is in hand. Gonna fire off this Brainstorm now. Polluted Delta gets cracked. Okay, a ponder for Herman now. Ponder shuffle. Looking to get this offense back up and running. This is game 3. This match has gone a little long. I'm not sure where we are on time.
Oh, when the cards go away, it's not coming back. Pass turn.
Passing the turn back to Adam, who has a construct available to attack. The Death Shadow deck, of course, to a certain extent, likes getting hit by your creatures, but can't do that forever. Looks like Karn is in hand. I don't know if it's coming through on my mic or not, but the construction crew outside decided to start ripping up the street right now, so might be hearing that. Force pitching Mockingbird. Karn is countered. Scott just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. 266 now on the channel. Scott holding us down number 1 on our all-time gifter leaderboard. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you. There is an Urza Saga. Construct will attack. Another Urza Saga could be bad news for Herman. I don't know how many more constructs Herman will be able to deal with. Doesn't look like Herman has any creatures. Just making land drops, holding a snuff out, which he could hard cast right now, but it's not going to be a big solution for everything going on. Urza Saga ticks up. We're going to make a construct now. Grow the previous one. Attack for 3. Now is the time to fire off Snuff Out.
Go ahead.
Okay, a Thoughtseize. This will lower the life total a little bit. Red Elemental Blast is gone.
Construct. Search.
Make a construct. Search. Is it going to be Pip-Boy 3000 this time? Nope, just Grindstone. Okay. Herman will drop down to 2 life with 1 card in hand, which I believe is a land. Reanimate. That's not going to do it. That is the match. Adam gets it. GG's. Nicely played. Another good match.